Morning everyone, welcome along to Going Places 110. I'm Paul. Today we're going to be again joining the guys from Autobahn Scotland. We're going to be heading out to McLaren this time in Glasgow. We're going to be looking at some of the new McLarens in the dealership. As an A110 owner, the question we're going to be asking is a McLaren a realistic option? Is it something that might come within a sensible price point? We all know that McLarens are expensive, but we're going to have a little look, and it's a chance to check out some really nice cars. So let's go. So everybody more or less here. So we've got the 911 Carrera GTS at the back there, 595. Taycan. It's a big old motor when you see it up front, the battery powered Taycans. Obviously the A110. Audi R8. Donald's new GT3 RS, obviously attracting a bit of attention. And 718 Spider, real big fan of that as well. It's a really nice motor. So there we go. Just going to wait a little while, see if anybody else turns up, and then we're going to head across to McLaren. Of course, just as I put the GoPro back in the car, there's the Lotus, the Artura, trapping up as well. And that is it, we are on the move. Quite a sight, that rear wing. That's actually two impressive motors, isn't it? We've got the rest of them behind me. Not a bad 3-car line up there. There we go. So the guys at McLaren kindly laid on some parking for us.
Or you can park through the corner. How you did? See that?
So here we are at McLaren, and the guys have laid on some hospitality for us today. Good opportunity to have a look at a few of the cars. Yeah, I'd say the purpose of this video is to see if there's anything that might be in the budget, so we're going to have a little look at that, and also a closer look at this thing here behind us, this painted Artura. It's an absolutely wild looking motor. But yeah, let's have a look around. Wild. That's awesome. Yeah, the McLaren GT is a car that's not been met with a lot of love by the motoring press here. Pretty much the cheapest car that McLaren will do from new. Obviously I've got the Super Cs and things like that, but £119,990. So depending on your budget, obviously if you're shopping for a McLaren, it's obvious these are not cheap cars. So you are talking a 4-figure sum every month on PCP deals. If you've got a sizable deposit, then obviously you are looking at higher payments for the higher purchase, but at least you do own the car at the end of those. This one here is coming in with a decent sized deposit at around £1,500 a month. Can some people stretch that? Absolutely. These things apparently fly out the door when the summer weather is nice. It tends to be a bit of a slower time of year just now because, let's be honest, who wants to drive a several hundred horsepower rear wheel drive supercar in the winter in Scotland? So yeah, it's still good to have a look around. A few of the cars out the window here. GT, 650s, 605, like a really good mixture. Somebody's traded in their Ferrari, which you can see there. This dealer here is also a Bentley dealership, so you can see the Bentleys there. The Artura, which is a replacement for a number of the Super Series cars, the 570s, etc., 570s, 540s. The name on the back there. Interior of the GT. An extremely nice place to be. Let's be honest, who's not a sucker for a dihedral door? The various bonnet releases on the door as well, save you clambering in. Plenty of carbon on this one. I'll jump into quite a wide sill in this. There we go. But it is, as a cabin, a really nice place to sit. As with all supercars, drive neutral reverse. The launch control button, always hours of fun to have with the launch control button. Still running the Iris infotainment system. As you can see behind me, there is a decent amount of storage space in the back of one of these. You get your skis and golf clubs in the back there. There's a shelf here as well. Sunroof, not a sunroof, apologies. It's a sunroof because it doesn't open. But actually a decent amount of visibility down the side of these. What you are going to see is these massive intake pods on the side for cooling the engine down. Just like most McLarens, powered by a 3.8 litre. Oh, no, there's a button for the glove box, but obviously not. The big red start-stop button. Who doesn't love it? So, like I was saying earlier on, it is something that could be a potential daily driver. There is a lot of carbon. It is quite a low car, but it is a realistic daily. It has got the GT moniker, so there is potential for you to take longer trips in it. Not going to get masses of stuff in it. In terms of budget, I say it really just depends with these sort of cars. There's no getting away from the fact that McLarens are expensive, so it's going to come down to deposit, trade-ins, whether you can get the car on a PCP deal, or if you're just looking to get it on hire purchase, or even buy it outright if you're in the fortunate position to be able to do that. But it is one to look at, absolutely.
Golf clubs up the middle there. So you've got a set of clubs, two sets of skis.
Just to give you an idea of quite how deep that is. You will get quite a lot of stuff in that. It's not a proper super. It's a proper supercar there when it's got somewhere to put your fire extinguisher. Talking about the sills again. That's a whole carbon fibres. Not just cars that they're doing here. Looking at some of the options packs for the 750S here. So there we go. Sure, here's the options in this particular car. The price on the road. Here's for 289,340. Massive sum of money. However, when you think about the Super Series Porsche that we looked at in the last video, that was coming in at 315. Objectively, I'd say this is a better looking car. Unfortunately, way out of my budget, but you never know. Maybe one of these days. Kind of gotta have a look around for, I'd say, probably 570, 540, something like that. It's going to be potentially within the budget, so that's what we're going to try and look at today. Had a look there at the GT. Everybody's having a look at the storage there again. If you're in the market for one of these, I would say I prefer the Artura. I think the Artura is a better looking car. But yeah, I can see the idea behind the GT as well, though. As you can see behind me, plenty of car chat being had today. A little bit of a look at the McLaren merch as well. Links to the F1 team, obviously. The Artura. When you look at the front of the Artura, you can see the obvious styling cues from the old Super Series cars, the 540, 570, both the S and the GT, the swept lights, etc. The one thing you have to say about McLaren is they do make a desperately pretty car. That for me is an absolute work of art. I might not be able to make it out in this light, but I actually thought the window was broken. It's not. There's a strip that runs down there. It's meant to be there. So. I'm going to look at the Artura. Sports buckets in this one. So inside the Artura, it's running a slightly different version of the iris system there. Gotta love a digital binnacle again. But in terms of the setup, it's actually fairly standard as for most McLarens. Little storage bins in the doors. Actually, probably some usable shelf space at the back there. The rear windows in the McLarens can be quite thin, but you would get a couple of soft bags in there as well, if you don't mind the slightly reduced visibility. There I am. Hello. Quite a lot of Alcantara in this one as well, and another option for ticking on the options list. No mirror. Say wait a bit. I was just saying with the GT, it's a not the easiest thing to get in and out of if you're not in good shape. But I would say these buckets, these racing bucket seats, they are very comfortable. And will hold you in quite well. This one, SJ24, oof! McDonald's GT3 RS. GTS, nice. This Bentley across the road in the Bentley dealership, and I was wondering why it had this big 9 painted on the front of it. I'm reliably insured even, that it's because there are 100 of them, and for some of them they've put the number on the front, so that is 9 of 100. Some more car chat being had outside. Another GT3 RS there. Do love the GT3s. Another Ferrari parked. He's tucked away there. Not my cup of tea, but quite exciting with the red on the Urus there. Urus, even. Relatively small car, the Roma. Bit of a change of plans. It looks like we're going to head across to Newbridge, across to BMW, who are doing their M5 competition launch today. So we're going to go and have a little look at that.